than likely not. By that time, they should just pick up and get out. No, they cannot pick up and get out because there are just too many Mutalisks out on the field. If QXC doesn't do something now, he's going to be in a lot of trouble because Ret is getting up to the amount of Mutalisks that he needs to fend off attacks from pretty much anywhere. I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble. QXC sending another task force. This time I think it's going to be successful as there's no Zerglings here or on the way. This hatchery is dead. He is going to save the drones. The hatchery is going to go down. I think the broodlings are going to cause a lot of damage to this bio army, though. No, he attack moves and gets away. He only loses a few units, but the Mutalisks come in and clean that up. Does he have burrow? He does have burrow, so we may see some baneling bombs as he's more focusing on Mutalisks and banelings in certain areas to defend. What are his upgrades like? He is at almost at 1-1, not quite yet. QXC on the other hand is at 1-0 and he's got his armor upgrading. Baneling bombs are here though. I think the medevacs may have seen that. No, they didn't. Oh, all those Marines just demolished. A couple of Marauders left that are going to clean up the remaining drones. But Ret is going to respond just by creating his third base here at his normal third base area. Yeah, can't really say natural, but naturally where most Zergs do take their third base. Meanwhile, QXC ramping up here to also take his third base, probably going to morph that into a planetary as soon as he has the minerals. He does have the minerals now, and there it goes. QXC with another task force looking to pick off this hatchery. He's got enough Marines and Marauders here. Ret is forced to cancel it, so now he's long distance mining from the gold. And yeah, I don't like this right now. QXC's in a very good position. The Mutalisks have been, a few of them have been picked off, or he has not been producing enough. That could have been it as well. Looking at the production tab, I haven't seen a lot of Mutalisks coming in. He may not have the gas for it or the income. This one bunker here, salvaging or holding all of these very, very weak units, needs to unload them and heal them up while he can, while he has the medevac energy. But lots of Zerglings and Banelings. Banelings do have 1-1 upgrade now. The Mutalisks are upgraded 1-0. And now QXC is actually getting 2-2 on the way. But it won't be in time for this engagement. As it's coming now, the Banelings are going to be forced to retreat because they end up off the creep, and they need the creep to engage this kind of army. They're just not nearly as effective as they could be. Do we have a drop here? Where are these mutas going? Oh, mutas are actually going in for some more harassment. There are no turrets here, so this was reminiscent of, I think, game 2 and 3, where there was a lot of harassment done by Ret inside the main base. QXC is responding now with watchtowers, sensor towers, as well as a counter push from him as well. Ret was forced to lose all of these creep tumors that were here, but Ret's doing a lot of damage here with these mutas, picking off units one by one as they come out. QXC's units are fairly, well, no, they're not. They're so spread out right now, and after a second here when this attack gets pushed off, I'm going to go ahead and take a look. Actually, I'll do it now because the base is killed. So meanwhile, during that time, actually, QXC came in, picked off a lot of these burrowed banelings that were here. Some of them did get to lift off, or unburrow and get out, but QXC takes out that base, and the banelings are forced to run away. They're going to run towards this planetary fortress, but I think that planetary is going to clean them up. Is he going to shoot them? Yes, he does. A few of the SCVs do get taken out, and meanwhile, Ret is also, on top of sending all of these Mutalisks in, is sending a ton of Zerglings in, and that Reaper finally loses his life. Poor Reaper. But Marines coming in to try to pick off a few things as well. The SCVs here guarding the gold, but QXC is losing a lot of units in his base and a lot of buildings. As Day 9 would say, he's just transitioning into losing his whole fucking base. I don't normally say the F word, but that was like one of my favorite Day 9 quotes. I did that in a 1v1 the other day. It was, what was it? Oh, it was actually a PVT. I was playing a Terran player as Protoss. I was storming. And yeah, I was being aggressive, a little over-aggressive, but that's totally off topic. And I lost my whole base. QXC's main base is mined out now. He's still got gas coming in, but his second and third base are fairly well defended. He's putting up 3 more barracks. Big attack coming in here down the close attack path where the destructible rocks normally are. Scans going down, taking off a ton of creep tumors. Baneling's rolling in while the creep is still there and getting a very nice surround. That is definitely replay worthy. Most players in this engagement, they would have taken the banelings and just ran them straight into the front and let the units kill them and blow them up in the front. But watch the surround. I'm going to slow it down to normal speed. Watch the surround that Ret does get. Very nice job. He lets his Zerglings go in the front, and then his banelings come in from the sides and flank. Look at that. Killing off all of those Marines and the Marauders in the middle. Just a phenomenal job there by Ret, cleaning that up. But the amount of Mutalisks that he has, I don't know what QXC can do now. He probably needs to get a couple Thors out even, but it's just so many Mutalisks. Medevac getting picked off for free, that is definitely something you need to do when you have this many mutas. Wow, look how fast those turrets die. Like 1.5 volleys of shots, and all of these SCVs are going down. This may be GG. I don't know if Ret has anything to really counter this. If we look at the units tab, 26 Marines, that is a lot of Marines, but that's almost less than there are a number of mutas. There's 21 mutas out in the field, 3 banelings, 5 medevacs, a lot of Marines getting picked, well, a couple Marines getting picked off. The planetary fortress stays intact, and a ton of mules get called down. I shouldn't say ton, that's only 3. But meanwhile, QXC has bunkered and turreted up the gold to make sure that he does not, his opponent does not take the gold yet again. There's 1 sensor tower in the main base, but the other 2 did get picked off. Or the other 1 that was there, I should say. But turrets just getting walked all over. The SCV is getting out as soon as they can. Command centers floating off and getting out of there. There's not enough minerals here to really worry about that. He wants to save the command centers. Meanwhile, oh jeez. Oh god. Oh. Burrowed banelings. Oh. Oh, he unburrows them. Still, look at those Marines. That was like his only defense against these mutas that are just ripping apart his base. And they are gone. He tried to be aggressive with them, which is not a bad decision. If you think about it really, he needs to cause damage and force these mutas to get out of his base, because right now they're just causing havoc. QXC can't even get units out of his barracks before they're killed. And I don't know. There is an armory up. There is no tech lab on this factory, so there's no Thors coming out. Looking at the units tab once again, 28 Marines to 18 Mutalisks and 5 Banelings and 52 Zerglings. Oh, 52 Zerglings. A little bit of a Zergling attack force picks off this bunker and this turret. Meanwhile, Ret is just kind of abusing the amount of map control that he does have from these Mutalisks that are upgraded. Only 1-1. No other upgrades on the way for Ret right now. QXC is working on 3-3 with his Marines. So he's 2-2 and he's almost 3-3. He's got medevacs to heal. He's got enough Marines that he can actually deal with these mutas now. He's only got 16 left, but wow, funneling a ton of Zerglings into QXC's base. This may be what Ret needs to come back. He's going to kill off a lot of these reinforcing Marines, but oh no, I think Ret just threw away a bunch of mutas. He's going to pick off 3 of these medevacs, but the Marines come in stimmed up and pick off a few. No, he just got 1 or 2. Not really enough because he lost a lot of Marines to the Zerglings. Ret is trying to take his gold yet again. Almost, he's putting up his extractors right away. Mutas are picking off as many Marines and medevacs as they can. They really need to focus down this planetary fortress if they can. But there's just too many Marines here right now to deal with that. I really like the fact that Ret is replenishing his Mutalisk threat, his army now, because I think to deal with this many mutas, I think QXC may need Thors. Oh god, poor Marines. I am so zooming in for the next time that a Baneling rolls in. Oh, I love Banelings. This hatchery's going down. It definitely is. The mutas came in a little bit too late, and the Marines are going to be forced to stim and run away. But if he's not careful, running away with stim, he's faster than the medevacs, so the medevacs just get picked off. And, I don't know. 2 more misrallied medevacs get picked off, and that cannot be safe. 1-0 for these mutas, but now the Marines are upgraded 3-3, so they're taking very little damage from the bounce. They're only taking 7 from each bounce, and then even less from the consequential bounces. Or I should say the first attack and then consequential bounces. But Ret here is long distance mining from his 3rd base when he could be just mining here at the gold, but there are some Marines taking out as many drones as they can. A little bit of an attack force. If Ret loses these mutas, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble, because this is his only mining base left, and this is QXC's only mining base right now. This is getting down to the nitty-gritty. Still long distance mining. I guess that's okay now because he's fairly well saturated. Picking off even more medevacs. QXC really needs to fix that rally point or get something going here. Some more SCVs are going to be picked off as well. The Marines are staying around here because they know this is the money. If he loses this base or these Marines, he's pretty much dead. A lot of mutalisks running in here. How many did he lose though? He did have some Zerglings in there before, so he only lost a few three of them. Yeah, just a few. Not too bad. Burrowed banelings just waiting for some Marines to reinforce this. Marines were stimmed up. They are stimming up again. Nice scan taking out the burrowed banelings. If this base goes down, then Ret is going to be in a lot of trouble. He's down to no mining bases right now, and if we look, these mutas are all that he has. He's going to be in a lot of trouble if he engages these Marines. Oh no! Oh, the medevacs go down, but these mutas are going to get obliterated, and they all die. The 3-3 upgrades that these Marines had were just too much for the mutalisks. And since QXC had a mining base and Ret didn't, Ret does GG. So we are moving on to Game 6. The series is now, what, 3-2 in QXC's favor? Oh, this could be it. He may be able to knock Ret off the king of the throne. Anyways, Game 6 coming up, guys. Stay tuned.